Hi Mike, I am recording this video to provide some more in-depth information on me, which you can then share with your business partner as you had mentioned, who I believe happens to be Martin Gee. So let's just jump into it. Hi, my name is Ansh Shah, and I have come to describe myself as a change agent insofar that all my endeavors are geared towards bettering or course correcting the actions that I or the groups that I've been a part of have taken. And in order for me to do that in a modern day enterprise, I'm pursuing my master's in information technology and management, a program varied across its offerings. To further augment my learning experience, I look forward to getting involved in industry through an internship till I graduate in May of 2019. In this presentation, I'm going to quickly walk you through my strength, my aspirations, and how I plan on achieving that at ICSynergy. So when we are talking about strengths, these are the three that I'm the most proud of. And in fact, these are the ones that I realized through an exercise we had to do in our organizational behavior class this semester called RBS, which stands for Reflected Best Self. The first one on the list being curiosity. And when we are speaking of it, I would like to share with you some of my popular approaches to learning. The first one being self-learning, and in fact, this has improved even more since I've been in grad school, because here you are thrown into unfamiliar situations and are expected to thrive in those. Networking definitely is a huge source of information for me, and it is in fact through that I was able to interact with Mike Thompson and understand about this niche security business of identity and access management. And lastly, this is what I have been doing and plan to even continue to do is build a support network which acts not just as a source of knowledge but also as a source of strength in your professional career. The second strength I possess are my organizational skills, which I am very joyful of, in fact. See, because I have worked in marketing and operations for a period of 8 months before I came to the United States. And it is because of that that I now maintain an Excel sheet of the conversations I exchange, make notes of the key takeaways, and also look out for any follow-ups to be made. If there are follow-ups to be made, I maintain them in my own calendar just to make sure that no opportunity ever slips away. And lastly, I maintain a weekly journal which acts like a retrospective on the week gone by and can also help me review the upcoming week. Now, here I would like to share with you the proudest moment I experienced very recently, where the now former president of our student organization commented on my ability to generate outcomes. And it is in fact because of that approach that we are able to see this presentation. So now, based on introspection as well as feedback, I have distilled down my aspirations to two essential action steps, so to speak. The first one being that I want to acquire a huge breadth of knowledge. In fact, this is very much complementing to me being a graduate student, the kind of flexibility my program offers, as well as it is reflectant on the kind of subjects I choose for myself. The second aspiration I possess, and this one I am dying for because I want to get my feet wet with the technological innovation happening in the industry. In fact, again, this complements very well with the three approaches of learning I shared on slide number 5. How I plan to achieve it is either by job shadowing or rotating between multiple departments at ICSynergy, majorly with professionals who are more of practice leaders or more are at the front facing roles responsible for interacting with clients, gathering requirements, and architecting solutions accordingly for them. Finally, this slide reflects on how I believe my strengths and aspirations can be put to good use at ICSynergy. There are characteristics in common both between ICSynergy as a firm and myself, characteristics such as diversity of knowledge, ability, and more than that, the willingness to innovate, not just to stay relevant, but also be a step ahead of the market. And finally, the techno-functional abilities that both the entities possess. Thank you so much for watching the video. and I would really appreciate for your feedback by going to the link mentioned in the description. Thank you so much, and I hope to getting in touch soon.